get started here, I'd just like to say these bands, these four bands, they're some of the most talented ones on the scene. You know, they're absolutely incredible. Like the young people, I could close my eyes and I could just feel where you guys led me. You guys are absolutely incredible.
The New Black was part of a music community responsible for connecting people and giving young bands a stage to play on.
Anyone who goes to shows in Calgary has been through those doors, and that means a lot more than you'd think.
For the last 5 years, the New Black was an all-ages music venue with a simple stage, just a place for kids and bands to hang out here in Inglewood, until its last show on September 29th, 2013.
It actually summed up the New Black a lot. It's a bunch of bands wanted to play, and they came and played their set, and then they went home, as opposed to sticking around. But it was great. By the end of the night, it was really cool. A lot of people actually said some tearful, kind words about us. So.
You know, I asked about the New Black. Someone told me, oh no, that place closed down. Kind of sucked.
They played a few last shows, and that was that, I guess.
During its 5-year run, the New Black was host to hundreds of shows and countless more bands from across Canada and North America.
We were averaging 2-3 a week for a solid 4 years, so do the math on that. And we've had a lot of bands come through here.
You stop counting after a while. Spent a lot of weekends here for a couple of years, so quite a few.
Without even being able to go into the building, many fans of the New Black still remember its distinct look.
It was very garagey feel, but almost like an attic setting. So you had that one small stage and then a few pillars to bounce off of, which were the safest. And you always had those couches, like people could just sit back, relax, not necessarily have to get into a mosh pit.
Low ceiling beams and random wooden posts, and not a lot of lighting. Had a really low stage. A lot of times people would like hit their heads on the post right above it.
Oh, there's these annoying stairs that you have to walk up. They're very, very narrow. Inside there were foosball tables and then a tiny little stage in the corner.
Those stairs, though.
2,800 square feet. The stage was on this side of the room, and there's this long hallway, but a big open room for kids to be kids, if that makes any sense. We also had a little recording studio in there that never really got used to its fullest potential. And we had a couple rooms for bands to jam in and rehearse on off nights too. If nobody's using it on a Tuesday night, why doesn't your band come in here and get loud? Because it's way more conducive to it than your apartment or your mom's basement, right?
The New Black became a popular place for young people to learn and play music, no matter what they were into. A place to make new friends and watch young bands perform.
Well, that was always the plan, right? Because Calgary's so spread out. If a guy lives in Woodbine, likes death metal, and he has no friends around him, he kind of feels alienated. But since we have a central location and we're putting a death metal show on, he might meet somebody that lives in Tuscany or Temple or wherever that's kind of like-minded, and they would never ever cross paths in the geography of Calgary, so it kind of brought a community together.
It was really just a place for everyone to be, you know. Everybody went there at least once. Everybody knew somebody who would be there at any given point. So, you know, whether it was your friends or some guy you met at the last show outside or whatever, you know, you could go there and know that you wouldn't be just standing there alone like a weirdo.
I've made a lot of friends here. I've seen a lot of friends play shows here. I've gotten to see a lot of really cool bands.
But the expenses of running an all-ages venue became more problematic for the owners.
That was the biggest problem, always. And plus, we had run-ins with, there was a accounting firm down in the basement here that didn't like the cut of our jib, and they tried to get us shut down, and we fought that. It was a lot of things. So it was pretty, it was a pretty daunting 5 years, to say the least.
And after a long 5 years connecting Calgary's music scene, the New Black Centre for Music and Arts came to a close.
I don't know if we'll ever have a chance to see the outcome of it, you know what I mean? So, because kids are pretty, they might have been gung-ho when they were 15, but maybe they found a girl in a college career or something like that, and they stopped playing rock and roll. But we'll never know.
14 or 15, I started coming when my band formed, and we started playing shows here. We started coming to shows here when my brother had a band too. I'm 20 years old now, so it's been 6 years.
We sucked, and it was cool because everybody else sucked too. It was a really raw sound. It was a place that people would start out, people would play their first shows, and really get to know their sound here. And it's really cool because nobody really was professional.
It gave a lot of kids that opportunity to play a real stage and put on a show and stuff like that. And now, who knows? Maybe the community's a lot stronger.
The New Black has left a lasting effect on a generation of musicians who have both seen and performed shows there. Only time will tell if the next generation will be just as lucky.
Music's still alive, boom.